Creating motion graphics is one of my favorite things to do. And in the last video I showed you guys the new depth of field feature in the latest After Effects update. And you guys asked how I created this animation. Today I'm gonna show you how to make it from scratch. Let's open up After Effects. First, let's create a new composition. Call it 3D cubes or something. For the frame rate and resolution, 30 frames per second and 1080p will be perfect. Set the duration to something like 30 seconds. That's way more than we need. Then click on OK. Alright, let's create the background first. Right click in the timeline and choose New. Then Solid, and then give your solid a name. For example, Background. Then make sure the color of the solid is set to black. It's usually black by default. Then click on OK. And then again on OK. Now, to create this beautiful background, find the gradient ramp effect in the effects browser and drag it to the black solid. Now in the effect controls, open up the start color, and in the color changer I'm gonna pick pink. Let's make it a bit lighter, like baby pink. Perfect. Then click on OK. Now we have the background. Very cool. Okay, now it's time to create our 3D object. To do that, go to the toolbar on top and find the cube tool. Then in your composition panel, click and drag to create a cube. It's that simple. Now, before we animate this, we're gonna change the color. Just make sure it's selected and in the properties panel on the right, choose base color. Then in this panel, change the color to something that matches with your background. Again, pink for me will be perfect. Then click on OK. Now, we're gonna start animating. Alright, now first, expand the cube's properties. Then expand transform. Set a position keyframe and grab the playhead. Then move it back in time. Now, adjust the vertical position property to make the cube disappear at the bottom. Now, if we play it back, the cube will slowly come into frame. If you want this animation to play faster, simply bring the keyframes closer together. Next, I want the animation to stop smoothly, and to do that, select the second keyframe and hit F9 on your keyboard to ease that keyframe. If you want, you can go to the Curves tab and pull the lever of the keyframe to make the animation stop even smoother. There you go. And now we're gonna rotate the cube. Okay, so the animation is a bit stiff, so to rotate the cube, make sure the playhead is at the same spot as the first position keyframe. Then add an orientation keyframe. Move the playhead to the second position keyframe and then randomly adjust the orientation properties. That will make it rotate, as you can see. Next, move forward in time and add another keyframe. Then move forward again and randomly adjust the orientation properties a second time. Keep doing that to make the cubes pause after every rotation. There's more than one way to do this, by the way. This one is visually the easiest one to understand. Looks beautiful. Now, if you want to adjust the position of the cube, make sure the playhead is on one of the position keyframes of the cube. Then adjust both the position keyframes like I'm doing right here, and that will change the location. There you go. Then of course, select all the keyframes and hit F9 on your keyboard to ease the animation. It's time to learn how to duplicate your cubes and how to create a depth of field in After Effects. But first I want to show you a plugin that I use every single day, Storyblocks. I use their plugin to download unlimited videos from their 100% human-made stock library, literally built for creators. Once you found the clip you want, click the download button and boom, it will appear in your project panel. It's built to save you time because you don't even have to leave After Effects or Premiere. Now, the footage is made by real artists. Storyblocks doesn't accept AI-generated assets. They work with actual filmmakers and artists from around the world who create high-quality footage, music, sound effects, and templates. Everything you download is royalty-free, pre-licensed, and ready for personal, commercial, and monetized projects. I've used Storyblocks to grow all my channels, and I'm not just using the video assets, but also the ready-to-use Premiere Pro and After Effects templates. Those templates still save me hours every day. To get access to the human-made stock media library built for creators, and of course essential to my workflow, head over to storyblocks.com/AfterEffectsBasics. They're offering 15% off any annual plan for a limited time, and that discount is only available through my link. Thanks Storyblocks so much for sponsoring this video. Alright, back to our cubes. To duplicate the cube, select it and hit Ctrl+D on your keyboard. Then expand the transform properties and move the playhead to the second keyframe of the position property. Now, adjust the position to wherever you want that block to be. Again, don't forget to move the first keyframe as well. If you want more cubes, just duplicate it again and of course, adjust the position. Now we have 3 cubes, but as you can see, they have the exact same animation, which is a little boring of course. Now, there are a few ways you can randomize these animations, but today we're gonna do it in the most visually and easiest way possible. Simply move your playhead to the second orientation keyframe and randomly adjust it. Keep doing that until you're at the end of the clip. Of course, you can copy and paste keyframes if you want. Do that to all the cubes you have. Next, we're gonna create camera depth so we can focus on one of the cubes and make the others blurry. To do that, go to the timeline and right-click, then choose camera. And here, make sure enable depth of field is checked. Also set the aperture to something around 28. That will be perfect. Then click on OK. Now, we want to make this camera focus on one of these cubes. For now, it doesn't matter which one because they're all at the exact same position. To make the camera focus on our cubes, simply hold down Shift and select the camera together with one of the cubes. Let's pick the first one. Then go to the layer menu on top and in the menu, find camera. In here, look for set focus distance to layer. Now the camera is focused on the first cube, and since the other two cubes are at the same location, they're also in focus. Now, if we want them to look blurry, all we have to do is move them closer to the camera or push them farther into the background. To do that, you can use the properties in the timeline on your layers, or you can simply use the arrows to bring the object closer to the camera. Same thing for the other one. And when you're done, this is the animation you'll get. Now, if you want to learn how to make motion graphics like this by using more advanced techniques, for example expressions, let me know down below. Thank you guys so much for watching.